if I was any kind of YouTuber, which evidently I'm not, I would have captured everything with the hurricane and the flooding and everything that's been going on the last couple days. But to be quite honest, we've been busy. I mean, I look like Shaggy. We haven't slept. It's been crazy. I haven't been on social media. I've been very blunt and short with text. I appreciate everybody checking in and people saying, hey man, come on up and stay with us. Dude, it's like Wolf of Wall Street. We're not leaving, right? We're hanging out here. It's what we do. But if you take a look at this, we're over at Julie's house right now. And I'm standing in the sidewalk that goes up to the front door. Driveway is right there. If you look around this way, over to the next house, the whole road is covered. The road's probably 8 to 10 inches deep. This little area on the side where that boat is parked on the trailer, that's a little bit higher. But there's another boat parked behind that. That's an empty lot where the second pontoon boat is parked, and it's floating, right? So you come over this way. There's the swamp on that side and the canal on that side, meaning swamp on that side, canal on that side, and Lake Louisa is right out there. It's all one. It's all connected. There is no difference between Lake Louisa, the swamp, and the canal right now. So, walking around, I'm back up off the driveway now. It's weird when you walk around because you kind of feel it. It's like, oh, there's a sprinkler head. Ow, you stub your toe. It's a mess down here. I'm kind of making light of it, and we're having, quite honestly, I don't want to say we're having a good time, but man, does this bring people together. Like some of the best friends that I have in my neighborhood, we met in Hurricane Irma a couple years ago. And that was fun though. All we had was a bunch of trees down and debris, and it was like party time every night. We weren't dealing with this. This is a whole different ball game. I mean, the logs are floating around out here that were all just kind of piled up on the lot. So now when you roll in the truck, you know, you don't have to worry about hitting them because you just push them out of the way. So that's the Tundra sitting on 35s, but I'm on the driveway. It doesn't look that deep here, but I mean, that's, you know, no big deal. But you come over here to the front of the house, and here's where the problems start, because the sidewalk has evidently sunk down a little bit. There's like a little spot there, so we're gonna have to deal with that. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more. We're hoping the water goes down. We've kept it out of the house, and the sandbags around the garage, we had the boys do that the other day, and Colton and JF did a bang-up job on that. We got a little submersible pump in the garage, and that hasn't gotten bad. That pump is just a warrior. It's about a 1/4 inch deep in the garage at all times. So we're doing pretty good now. Let's go over to the lake. I gotta get home, honestly, and clip. This is driving me absolutely nuts. It itches like crazy. Ugh. Anyway, so we'll do a couple more videos and hopefully I'll look a little bit more human. Although honestly, I'm not really worried about it. We got plant bamboo coming up in a couple of days. Hopefully I can get down there. I will see. We had Truck U, we were supposed to shoot, I was supposed to be shooting Truck U in Tampa this week, but Tampa got hit by the hurricane as well. The studio just got power back the other day, and they were having trouble with deliveries. To be honest, between you and I'm glad we're not shooting, because I'd rather be here taking care of things. So, come around. There was the sprinkler pump is there. We cut that out and moved it, because it would have been halfway underwater. We wanted, I don't know, a couple $100. Might as well take that out and save it, right? This is where the things get interesting. Watch your step, babe. We got Julie running cameras today, the best in the business. So there's like a rock and steps right here, right? With a nice little trimmed out rock thing. And then you get over here to the deck and step up. Generally, this is dry. So here's what we've been doing. Jeez, fish just hit right there. There's usually not fish in the driveway. So
they're getting it.
So here's the back deck, right? And it comes out of the back of the house and it just dumps out over the water. Now, Tippett, you can see the level is very close. I just measured it. It's 5 inches from here to here, right? Been measuring from the water to the walking surface of the deck. And we've been doing that since about 5 days ago, since right at the end of the storm. Like I said, we got lucky with the storm, a couple trees down, fortunately no house damage. Well, the cabin, we got a little old cabin down the road, and that took a branch right to the roof and stuck a hole right in it, but it plugged it, and we didn't get any water in, so we patched that, we're good. Been measuring from the water to here. A couple days ago, the distance from the water to here was 14 inches, and we measured it at about 9 or 10 in the morning, and then we would do it at 9 or 10 the next morning. That way we could get our daily total. But then we would also, since we live close, we would also come over and measure 3 or 4 times during the day. And that way we could take accurate measurements of the water thing, because here's what's going on out over here. And this is not a dig on people, but they're freaking out, understandably so, I get it. but they're saying, oh, the water came up 5 feet. Well, if the water came up 5 feet, we'd all be swimming. The thing is, what they see is they're looking at their driveway, and they're seeing that the driveway got covered. Well, your driveway can get covered with a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch because it's flat. The water comes up this way is one thing. That way is another. You know, it comes up a 1/2 inch like that and covers the whole road, and everybody starts thinking the sky is falling. And we try to tell people, it's like, you've got to take consistent, accurate measurements, and that's what we've been trying to do. So we just measured that at 5 inches. So we've got 5 inches to come up to the deck, and then we've got another 5 or 6 down here before it starts coming into the back porch. So what we did, I hear you're squishy. Julie's boots are currently full of water, so it's all good. So I got with my buddy David, good friend of mine, and he's a commercial AC guy, builds ductwork and all that, and he's got all this sheet metal. So what we did, we came down here, put these sheet metal things in and fit them in, siliconed the sides, and then we used this zip tape all the way around, several layers of it. So it's siliconed, zip tape. I think it's pretty good. One of the people down the road came by and they looked at that the other day. They go, that's genius. The genius remains to be seen. However, David and I felt pretty good about it. It does block access to the back porch, but we can still get in and out through the front. I'm pretty happy with that, but like I said, we've got 10 more inches before it starts getting up into here. And then you got the windows, right? So then that's a little bit higher, probably 13 or 14 inches before we start creeping in here. Now what's interesting is that's where the floor starts in the house. It's pretty cool. The windows are low. So we're not overly paranoid just yet. We're feeling pretty good. That's about everything that we've done here. Like I said, the pump in the garage, protection out here, and constant measurements there. I just spoke with Chief Bush. They just came down in the fire truck. Those guys are rock star cool. They're like, hey, what do you need? Do you need water? No, we're good. They sandbags. They said, we'll bring them to you. We're like, dude, there's people out here that probably need the help. We've got just a good resource of friends. We've got a bunch of teenage kids, and we feel pretty good. So that's about it from this location. I think we're gonna check in from a couple different locations and give you guys the updates. Like I said, I wish I would have been following this along a little bit better, but to be honest, it was just too stressful. You know, we haven't slept. We usually look like $1 million. Today I look like about 150. It is what it is. So that's it. We'll see you next time from another location, and we'll keep you up to date on the flooding in Clermont, Florida.